So we're at Nvidia at Mobile World Congress. So what is the status of the Nvidia Grid?
Well, we announced Nvidia Grid at CES this past year, and the purpose of Grid is allows us to stream cloud gaming to virtually any device. We've built custom servers which have up to 12 GPUs per server, and when we put those in a rack of 20 servers, we can actually stream over 700 games at once to different users. And the great thing about cloud gaming is since it's all in the cloud, we're sending out compressed video. You can play back cloud gaming on virtually any device, smart TV, cell phone, tablet, PC, Mac, doesn't matter once it's in the cloud.
Android, iOS, Windows Phone?
Android, iOS, Windows Phone, Mac OS X, you name it, we can support it.
Did you already develop all the client apps?
What we're doing now is we're working on building the server platform architecture, and we're working with our middleware software providers to deliver those to telcos. So today we work with Playcast, Ubitus, G-Cluster, Agawi, CyberCloud, Cloud Union. These companies aggregate content and software and put those on our servers and then send it out to telcos such as Orange, SFR, Docomo, and Vodafone.
So basically you need a grid at the telco, otherwise it doesn't work?
Well, what you need to have is, for cloud gaming, is you really need to have a fast network speed, low latency, but you only need about 7 megabits per second. And the best way to do that is to put that into a telco data center, because they can then distribute it on their fast networks to all their customers.
So you would go, for example, at let's say a telco, you put a grid at their, it looks like this, right?
Yes, what we would do is we would put some of our grid servers into their data center, and they would be able then to send that out and distribute it over their networks to their customers that have one of the clients on their device.
How many games can you stream out with this rack there?
Well, this one is a half rack for us, so it has 10 grid servers in it. We can stream about 300 concurrent games from this system right here. When we get into a full rack, we're over 700 games per rack.
Cool. So latency, but you can't just like host it at one place for the whole world, right? That's impossible.
It's very difficult to do cloud gaming in one place because the networks aren't there yet to be able to send it out to all the different devices at really, really low latency. We typically need only about a 30 milliseconds latency between where the client is and the data center for cloud gaming. And so putting that in one location doesn't make sense. But the great thing about telcos is they have the distributed network for data centers to be able to deliver low latency to their customers.
Let's check how it looks. So there's an HTC, what is it called?
This is an HTC One X Plus phone here. And what we're showing off is that we can actually stream high quality gaming directly to this device.
So there's no trick, there's no cheating?
There's no trick, there's no cheating. What you see here with this cable here is all it is strictly a US. We've routed the phone,
yeah?
So we can install a Ethernet USB adapter as well as a cell phone, or excuse me, a gamepad controller here. But other than that, it's standard Android OS. I'll even show you. I'll go back to show you the desktop here.
It's only because we're in a conference you need Ethernet, no?
It's only because we're at a conference that we use Ethernet. If we were doing this normally, we could actually send this out over LTE, and we're working to validate that and get that working now. So just so you can see, it's a standard Android phone. It's nothing special. All I have to do is simply launch the Grid application, powered by Grid. It'll start up, and now I have got access to all the games on the client. I can simply select the one I want to play. I'll play Street Fighter, and it will start up, and I can instantly start playing this game in really, really high quality.
Is this Street Fighter from 15 years ago? Is it new?
This is actually new Street Fighter. Capcom is actually it's a big game developer. They've actually been re-releasing a lot of their Street Fighter games for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And this is the version they released a couple years ago. They even did a new version last year called Street Fighter X vs. Tekken.
So how good are the graphics in the Grid? Is it as good as the fastest local?
Well, the great thing about what we do is we actually are able to stream out today 720p quality games. And we can enable all the effects you'd normally get on a GeForce GPU. TXAA, transformer lighting, DirectX 11, GPU accelerated physics. All of these features are available because these are high quality Kepler-based graphics in our cloud gaming servers.
Are those ARM-powered servers?
No, these are standard x86 servers, and so what's great about that is that it's very easy for us to load standard Windows-based PC games onto these servers.
All right, so but you're not planning to do some ARM ones, low power somehow, or?
You know what, maybe in the future we'll look to something like that, but right now we want to be able to get access to the thousands of games that are currently available on Windows-based PCs, and using an x86 style architecture, we're able to get all those games instantly for customers in the cloud.
Are you allowed legally to just put any game you want, or you need to license every time? I mean, I know you need license, but can people just buy a game and play it on your and host it at your server somehow?
You know, the way cloud gaming is going to work is all of our telcos and customers, and even Nvidia, if we choose to do this, will eventually have to license the content. As the content owners, they have the rights to be able to commercialize the games, whether it's a paid-for single sale or it's streamed.
So this one is streaming how?
This one is streaming over an Ethernet port. Most smart TVs nowadays have a built-in Ethernet port right in the back, and they actually have even a USB adapter right in the back of the TV that I can plug in my game controller here.
So you install the client on this TV?
Yes, I'll even show you. So this is just a standard LG smart TV, and you can see here a lot of smart TVs now have applications that are connected to the internet, which allow you to do all sorts of things, whether it's Netflix, YouTube, Skype. And what we've done is we've worked with LG to install an application on their smart TV, which I simply click a button now, and now I'm connecting into the Grid servers right here to be able to stream cloud games.
How advanced is that? What do you call it, the client, the app there? Is it a super complicated app, or just like kind of basic hooking it into your system?
Again, the great thing about cloud gaming is we're sending out a video data stream. We're sending out an H.264 compressed video stream. So the types of processors that need to be able to enjoy this, they don't need to be the top of the line with 1,000 watts of power. It's very, very simple experiences, and it shows that with cloud gaming, you put it all in the data center, you can stream it out to virtually any device.
So you could stream on a super cheap HDMI stick?
You could theoretically stream on a super cheap HDMI stick, absolutely.
All right. And this one is...
What we're showing off here is this is a standard Android tablet. It's a Jelly Bean tablet. We're showing off here that this actually has a Tegra 3 processor in it, which is actually optimized for cloud gaming because it does a little bit better job of decoding the video. But the great thing again is it's just a simple application. I have it right there on the desktop there for the Android tablet, and now I've instantly got the same sort of experience for the user interface. I can go through, select the game I want to play, whether it's Battlefield or Assassin's Creed or Borderlands 2. I can simply connect in a gamepad right over USB. It could be Bluetooth, and I can
play on the keyboard.
You can play on the keyboard and mouse if you want to. You can plug it in. I do gamepad because people seem to a little bit more. It's more inviting to have a gamepad to walk up to and start playing.
So you just need hardware that can decode 720p stream.
That's it. That's all you need.
And send back some.
Send back some very basic commands for the gamepad, but it doesn't need to be anything complex like what we normally have in a desktop PC.
Nice. So how huge is this going to be?
Nvidia thinks the market of cloud gaming has the potential to be incredible. If you look at cloud video, in the US market alone, Netflix, which is the leader in distributed cloud video, it takes up about 30% of all the broadband connections in the US is done with streaming video. So we think the potential for cloud gaming is very large. People are starting to love on-demand access to their content, and we think that by building an architecture like Grid, we can distribute and enable more partners to have cloud gaming everywhere.
So you're going to have a pretty big presence at the E3 that comes up in June, right?
Nvidia always tries to go to E3, and I'm sure we'll be there again this year. But I don't.
Bigger than ever.
I'm not planning the booth, so unfortunately, I don't know what our plan is, but I know we'll be there.
How much does it cost? The Grid there.
We haven't announced pricing yet for these, and again, these would be for sale directly to business or one of our customers.
Cool, that's awesome. How about 1080p and 4K?
1080p, the technology within our servers is actually capable of doing 1080p gaming. What's holding us back right now is a lot of the network. We want to make sure the network infrastructure is there to be able to deliver the bandwidth we need for 1080p as well as the latency. I think that's only just come with a matter of time. 4K, I would say the same thing. New things will happen in the technology, whether it's better bandwidth, newer compressed video standards will all make that possible over the cloud.
All right. There was some other project that tried to do something similar, but they had some problems with money, or what's it called, the other one? You don't want to...
On live?
Yeah. Is it totally different? Or?
I mean, we don't really normally talk about on camera like competition or so.
Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, but it wouldn't be possible to kind of decode the game somehow instead of streaming video, to kind of send some data that gets decoded by. That's the best way is to do video stream. Well,
a lot of people have thought about there's ways to re-architect how games are done for the cloud, and that's entirely possible. And we have many people inside Nvidia that are doing research on that, as well as working with some of the leading edge game developers to develop new techniques to be able to distribute cloud games better. You know, the best, simplest way to do this right now, if you want to get the best quality graphics, but you want to get it on a device that doesn't have very good graphics, sending a very simple compressed video stream is the best way to do it. And with the technology we've developed for Grid, we can make it a great experience, and it feels just like a console.
And it'd be awesome if there was a subscription and you could get unlimited games.
I think that's what we're working with a lot of our partners with, like the telcos and the MSOs, is they're going to work with their content partners to aggregate content, and they'll offer those as subscription services to their customers.